Have you ever wondered why the things that once made you happy don't seem to do it anymore? Movies feel boring. Books can't hold your attention. Even spending time with friends somehow feels less interesting than staring at a screen. You tell yourself you'll only check your phone for a minute, and somehow an hour disappears. Meet Alex. A few years ago, life felt different. Reading was exciting. Playing outside was fun. Even sitting quietly with his own thoughts didn't feel uncomfortable. But then something changed. One notification became two. Two became hundreds. Short videos replaced long conversations. Endless scrolling replaced curiosity. Without realizing it, Alex had trained his brain to expect excitement every few seconds. And once your brain gets used to constant rewards, ordinary life starts feeling painfully ordinary.
Like many people, Alex thought his problem was a lack of motivation. He blamed himself for becoming lazy, but the truth was far more surprising. His brain wasn't broken. It was simply doing exactly what it had been trained to do. Every notification, every swipe, and every tiny surprise whispered the same message to his brain. Do that again. There might be another reward waiting. That's why it's so difficult to stop scrolling. You're not chasing the video you're watching. You're chasing the possibility that the next one might be even better. That tiny feeling of maybe the next one keeps the cycle alive for hours. The strange part is that this doesn't make you happier. It simply teaches your brain to expect more stimulation.
Imagine drinking sweeter and sweeter drinks every single day. Eventually, plain water begins to taste boring. Not because the water changed, but because your expectations did. Your brain works in a surprisingly similar way. Reading a book now feels slow. Studying feels impossible. Even conversations have to compete against a screen designed by thousands of engineers to capture your attention. Little by little, ordinary life begins losing the battle. This is what many people call the dopamine trap. Not because dopamine itself is bad, but because your brain starts expecting rewards that real life was never meant to deliver every few seconds. The good news is that if your brain learned this pattern, it can learn a different one too. The next morning, Alex made a decision, not to quit his phone forever, but to stop letting it decide how every morning would begin.
Instead of reaching for his screen, he reached for a glass of water. It felt almost boring. His brain wanted excitement, not simplicity. But that tiny decision sent a completely different signal. Day after day, his brain slowly stopped expecting a reward every few seconds. The old pathway became weaker, while a healthier one quietly grew stronger. A week later, he noticed something strange. Reading didn't feel quite as difficult anymore. A walk outside no longer felt like a waste of time. Even silence began to feel comfortable again. That's because the goal was never to remove dopamine from your life. The goal was to stop wasting it on things that gave almost nothing back. Real happiness isn't loud. It grows quietly through effort, patience, and moments that can't be experienced in 6-second clips. And perhaps that's exactly why it lasts so much longer.
Technology isn't the enemy. Your phone isn't the enemy. The real danger is forgetting that your attention is one of the most valuable things you'll ever own. Because every time you give your attention to something, you're slowly giving it a piece of your life. So tomorrow morning, before your hand reaches for your phone, ask yourself one simple question. Am I choosing this? Or has my brain already chosen it for me? The answer might change far more than just your morning. It might change your life.
Am I choosing this, or has my brain already chosen it for me? A month later, Alex noticed something he hadn't felt in years. One afternoon, he picked up a book, and for the first time in a long time, he forgot where his phone was. He wasn't forcing himself anymore. He was simply enjoying the moment. He laughed more with his friends. Morning walks no longer felt boring. They felt peaceful. Even simple meals tasted better when he wasn't distracted by a screen. The world hadn't changed. His brain had. The things that once felt ordinary slowly became meaningful again, because happiness was never missing. It had simply been buried beneath constant stimulation. Maybe the greatest luxury in today's world isn't having more money. Maybe it's being able to sit quietly with your own thoughts and feel completely at peace.